Today we are joined by Trevor, who hasn't figured out... There we go, look at that.
Am I waving?
And Emma.
Am I waving?
Hey, look at that. We pulled it off.
Yay!
We are doing a bit of an exchange here of information. I will be learning about wine along with Trevor, and she will be learning about Monster Hunter, so it should be a good time. Sorry,
Yeah,
I
it'll
blew you
actually
up.
be
I
worth
couldn't
it.
resist.
Ow.
Oh, you want to learn how to blow things up?
Yes.
Okay. Go to your item box and see if you have bombs. I think you probably have a couple. I think they give you some. Item box is over here. Also, get in the habit of holding down the R button whenever you move.
Yeah. I know. It's so dumb. I'm just like watching myself. I'm like, I could run, but I would have to move a finger. It's really stupid. Okay.
These ballista
Transfer
shots aren't
items?
doing anything right.
Oh, jeez.
Did you
Oh,
see anything
nice.
called bombs in there?
I see a dung bomb. Ooh.
No barrel bombs of any kind?
I see a flash bomb. Let me go to item. Wait, how do I? Oh.
I have barrel bombs. Can I give them away?
Try it. I don't know. I don't think so, though,
Wait a
especially
minute.
not in here.
It took me a minute to read the screen to get over to where I needed to go. Let me see. This will be a lot easier once I recognize icons, for sure.
Oh, yeah. They look like barrels.
Speaking of which, that brings us right back to wine.
All right, let's go.
Oh, that's just a barrel.
We might have to jump over and buy some.
And I have a small barrel.
Okay. Let's go to Steelworks. If you hold down the minus button on your controller,
Okay.
do you see a little map pop up?
Uh-huh.
All right, so go to Steelworks.
Hey. Oh. Ooh.
And then you can just buy a bomb or two from this guy.
Okay.
Shop.
Barrel bomb. Okay. Can I
All right, we're gonna
walk back
just
over?
jump back. Yep.
Oh, sweet. Shit. Which one is it?
Training area.
Ooh. Just give me. I'm a little slow on the uptake, but eventually I'd come around.
All right. So you want to equip your new bombs. Hold down the left bumper, L, and then use A and Y to scroll through your items. Man, my S sounds are like really off today. I think that's the wine.
It's always the wine.
Always fine. I have deodorant. What do you
All right.
use deodorant for?
I hope you haven't lived this long without knowing what deodorant is for.
Well, I mean in the game.
They remove certain status effects.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, find your bombs. Did you find them?
Yep.
Okay, so
I
with your
found
sword sheath, which it is,
Yep.
what you need to do is launch yourself up in the air. I have the most effects, but have you been practicing your launching? All right, we're going to go over that now. Starting lesson 1, wire bug. So, wire bug.
Yeah.
Hold down the left trigger to initiate the wire bug. You can also aim for any other thing that you want to do. If you want to throw an item, you can hold down ZL and aim with it.
Oh.
Okay.
Okay.
I also have mine set for gyro, so as soon as I go into aim mode, I can just tilt the controller and point it right where I want. But that is up to you and what you're comfortable with. Now, with your left trigger on, sorry, I'm in like super professor mode, so I will stop.
I love it.
I will
No,
stop,
no, go
and
for
you
it.
can ask questions at a point. But if you jump in and ask questions in the middle, I will completely lose my train of thought. So.
Oh, okay, all right.
Please hold your questions until the end.
Yes. Okay. So
Of the
we will break for
presentation.
questions. So hold down the left trigger. As you're holding down the left trigger, you have 3 options for wire bug. The first we'll go over is X. That'll launch you right up in the air. If you do it a second time, X, you'll just go straight in the air. So you'll basically maintain your current height. So you can do it twice because you have 2 wire bugs. Yep. Okay.
Hey.
The second is your ground wire bug. So you hold down ZL and you hit A, and you'll launch along the ground. If you are already up in the air, like if you go up and then you do A, you'll go back down to the ground.
Oh, okay. Let's try it.
So up and then down. Yep. Now the third way, which is what you usually want to do with situations like this, is to hold down your ZL and then use the right trigger to launch, and it'll launch you in the direction you're aiming. So instead of the other 2, will launch you in the direction you are facing. So if I'm facing this way and I do it, I'll launch myself like towards the camera. But with this, you'll launch in the direction you're aiming. So it's a lot more precise if you want to make sure you go exactly in a certain spot.
Okay.
So now the second thing you can do is when you're in the air, you can do what we call an air dash, which means after you launch, you can hit B to do a little double jump. So we will launch, B, and then you can do it a second time, launch and B.
Okay, let me time that better. B.
Now, the thing is, if the last thing you did was an air dash, you cannot jump on walls. So keep that in mind. Like, you can launch and you'll grab onto the wall, but if you did a B, you won't.
Okay.
So just keep that in mind. But it is a good way to get distance, like if you're trying to jump a large gap. Now remember, hold down R.
Yep, to not do that.
To not jump off. And
Yay.
if you are dashing and you run out of stamina, you'll just jump off. And then you can just immediately ZL plus X, and you'll just wire bag and glomp yourself right back on the wall, and you can just keep going. You can basically do that infinitely. All right, let's do the bomb. So, ZL, I usually aim up and then do the right trigger. And then while you're in the air, hit Y. However, do not hit B because then you won't be able to do it. So watch. So I'm aiming up, launch, Y. And then you can do your air dash after.
Okay.
Just make sure you have the bombs equipped to your Y button.
Yes.
Okay, go.
Bar equipped to Y button.
Y. There you go.
Hey.
Now you can do, depending on how many you have, you can keep doing it till they're all gone. Now you won't actually use them up because you're in the training area, but.
Because I'm in the train. Oh, sweet.
But
so I
yeah.
can just like drop.
Well, I think it'll let you use what the maximum number you can carry is. So it won't let you just do them infinitely, but yeah, when you land, you can do more. Now what you want to do is throw and then hit B to jump so you don't land in your explosion.
Yeah,
that's what I just did.
That's gonna be a thing that I do a lot.
This is really fun. Its practical applications are somewhat limited because you're more than likely to just bomb your friends when you're trying to hit a monster. So, but it's great for like quick wake ups because when a monster falls asleep, the first hit that wakes it up does double damage. So if you just get a massive bomb and wake it up with that, that's a nice little hit for it. But so you can just launch yourself up and toss the bomb. You can also, if you want to be more precise, just place bombs. So I can just boop, put it down.
Look at my small bomb next to your big bomb, Robbie.
And then you can actually select your kunai and throw it. Or you could be like me and accidentally wirebug instead. Trevor, try the kunai.
Robbie, I have a question about bombs.
Yes?
All right, here comes the kunai. Ready?
Yep.
Can you see it? Ready? Nope. Oops, I wirebug. Shit.
Happens a lot.
Hold on, it's because I was using the aiming. All right,
Yeah,
ready?
you can aim and then hit Y.
Boom.
Yep.
Kaboom.
Just like that.
Bombs hurt the health of your comrades, or just knock them off? Knock them
That
down?
can damage. No, that can damage people too.
So
Bombs
there
are
is
area
real friendly
effect.
fire.
Yeah. Yeah, that has real friendly fire.
But me hitting you with
Alright,
my
so
hammer
you're
does
saying
not have
don't
friendly
use
fire.
bombs.
I mean,
For
like I
little
said, you
while.
place them if you're worried. So watch, like I put it down here.
Yeah, wait, let me come back down. I'm playing with the ballista right now, which is not.
Robbie, why are your bombs
Fun.
so large? My bombs.
Because
are
I have
not.
mega barrel bombs.
Oh, I have
Hey.
large barrel bombs.
All right. So watch. Sheath your weapon. All right. So I'm gonna put this bomb down.
Mhm.
Now what you want to do is do your Y and A and select your kunai. They're in there.
Growing kunai.
Did you find them?
Wait, where are they?
Hold down your left bumper to select items, and then use your Y and A to scroll through what you have.
Oh yeah.
For me, they're right next to my whetstone.
Right.
Oh yes, I see.
Okay. So now, hold down your aim, and then hit Y while you're aiming, and you'll throw one. Like that.
Oh.
Kaboom.
So I'm gonna
Go.
put another one down, and you blow it up.
Okay. You safe distance away.
Nice.
Hey. Oh, cool.
So that's like the easy way to blow up bombs.
Ouch.
And each
You
other.
bastards.
I didn't do anything. I just put it down, and then you blew it up.
I was just throwing knives at your face, and you put a bomb in your face.
You
So.
had the audacity. Come on.
All right, that's the training area. Let's go.
Cool.
Okay. So, I have 2 categories we have to go through. 3. 1,
Okay.
starting out when you're like start playing, as in like when you boot the game up, what do you do? And in between quests. 2 is generally what we do with armor and weapons, because I know you were interested in starting to figure that out.
Yes, please.
3 is during a hunt, what do we do? So, what should we cover first?
Well, let's start at the beginning.
All right, so we booted the game up. Here we are in the lobby. We're about to go do a hunt. What do we do? First things first. The best thing to generally do is, and people do this a little differently, you either grab most of your stuff that you're going to be using while you're playing, or you pick the quest first and then do that so you can get exactly what you need. Either way is fine. So why don't we cover picking a quest? So we're going to jump to the gathering hub. If you are playing solo, you can do quests in the village, which is, they're like training quests, so they're great to do, and I highly recommend them, but you can only do them solo. So
Oh, okay. Okay.
so your quest person is here. Oh, I've got to redo my subquest. Now, one of the things that I usually do is just part of my routine is I go and I check subquests to make sure they're all active. I have all 5 ready to go. That kind of thing.
Okay. Yeah. So
All right.
we see the hub quests, optional sub quests, and then chit chat.
Right. Well, you can just talk to a lot of the characters. Will just let you talk to them, which is kind of fun. They'll say different things. They all have their own like personalities and stuff.
Oh, that's cool.
So when you boot it up. Generally, what you're going to be doing for a while is in the hub or in the village quest is you basically select the highest stars you can do. In your case, that would be 1. And then you look at the quests, and all the quests, some of them will have a little symbol to the left. Oof, dry mouth. Some of them will have a little symbol to the left.
It's a feature of the wine, Robbie.
Yeah.
I guess it is. It's like a little like X-shaped type thing.
Yeah.
Those are your key quests. You need to do a certain number to advance to the next rank. So
Okay,
generally,
yeah, I can see that.
your go-to will be one of those, unless you have a specific reason. I mean, you can do whatever. There's no wrong way.
Right.
But like generally, like at least for a little while when you're starting out, that's probably what you're going to be doing mostly.
Okay.
There are also, just mention it really quick, both again in Village and in here, you're going to have occasional quests that have like, I don't know if there's any like here, but they'll have like a little speech bubble or something next to them. That means those are requested by villagers and they will usually unlock something.
I don't.
So those are worth doing. You probably don't have any yet, but
No.
it's just worth noting.
I have the ones with the symbol,
Yep.
and then I have a couple that have little swords next to them. The names I love.
Oh yeah, the names are great.
Oh my god.
And then if you actually like click over once you're on one and read it, the descriptions are great too, the summaries. All right, so you want to pick one of those.
All right. We'll just do the next one.
Cool.
This is. Yep. This is. I'm gonna ask the same question every time. I hope
Okay.
that's okay.
What's the question?
Yes. Yes. Send join request. What's the
Perfect.
difference?
I had that written down because
This is a great point that I
Yes.
still am remembering.
You're welcome.
Okay. All right, so there are two options. You have yes and send join request. Yes will post the quest to the Gathering Hub board, which means anybody else in the hub, that's me and Trevor, can join it too. Send join request instead sends your quest out into the ether. So anybody who goes in their Gathering Hub and opens respond to join request will see it among a list of everyone else who has sent a join request.
Okay.
And basically, you're choosing to send it to people with you in the Gathering Hub
Anyone.
or people all over the internet.
Okay.
Generally, you always just want to pick yes, because if you're playing with other people, you would probably, I'm assuming, want to be playing with those people.
Right.
But it is good to know if you're ever playing by yourself and want some help for a quest that you can do that.
I was just gonna ask. That would be when you would, if you're by yourself and you're like, shit, I need some help with this quest.
Yep. You just put that out there.
I hit yes.
And great. So we will accept the quest. You can do it from this board right here, or you can do it right from your menu by hitting left. And you can see there's little options there. So I just hit up and go to quest board, join quest.
Ooh.
All right, step 2. Now, this is assuming your gear is where you want it and stuff, but we're going to cover gear later. Next, step 2 is to go to your item box and get the things you're going to need for the quest. And in between quests, you're probably not going to like individually go over everything, but you might drop out items that you picked up during the quest, empty out your pouch so it doesn't get full, and restock on certain things. You can also make item loadouts if you go to item loadouts. And then basically you can have a preset stack of items, like set of items that you will always use, ready to go. And then you just hit it and it'll restock everything every time. So you don't have to individually go to every item you need.
Okay.
But for now,
And I
go to
assume,
transfer
like, as
items.
You play, you learn what items
Yeah.
are worth having.
Right, and you'll use certain things and then realize you're not using certain things. And it's a little bit different for everybody, but your baseline for every quest for now is going to be potions or mega potions. So grab those.
Just kind of as many as you have, or...
It'll automatically do 10 unless you don't have 10. If you have
Gotcha,
less
okay,
than
okay.
10, it'll just... Alright. The next thing you want is rations or well-done steak. So you want to see if you have those.
Okay.
And then... Let's see. Now there's some other things that you can bring that are nice to have, but I don't even know if you have those yet. Nice to have. Flash bombs. Almost always useful.
Okay.
Traps. I usually bring a shock trap and tranquilizer bomb so we can capture a monster if we need to. We can cover capturing later. But if you have those, cool. If not, I'm just kind of covering this as a general thing. But the two main things you want are obviously potions and rations or something to eat to keep your stamina up. Those are the two biggest things. And then also antidotes if you're fighting something that does poison. And null berries are great.
Okay.
Last quick thing while you're in there, if you hit the minus button, you can sort all your items automatically. So when you start throwing more and more random shit in there, that's how you can quickly keep it organized.
Oh, that's awesome. Look at how organized that is now.
It's so helpful.
The Virgo in me is very... I don't know if I have any traps. And so
You probably
is that
don't,
thing
to be honest.
that,
So
yeah, that you find, or because I'm seeing a lot of stuff like you can use this to make this, and I'm
Okay.
assuming that's a whole other
we
thing.
will cover crafting later. But yes, you have to make them or buy them.
Okay.
You cannot. They don't just come pre-made.
Gotcha.
You can't pick them up off the ground. So yeah, items like rations, potions, and nullberries if you have them. Those are your three biggest. Everything
Okay.
else is situational. Trevor, I think you had a question about items.
I did? I forgot. I was going to mention sorting, but then you got to it. That was probably the biggest. That was the biggest thing. Or are you talking about one of the earlier questions?
Yes, one of the earlier questions.
Oh, the earlier questions. Yeah, well, you guys sort of talked about it, which is like, there's so many items. How do I know which ones to bring?
Okay.
And
So
like,
how do you
in
know
the
which ones
beginning-
to bring? Let's address that one first. And then when we
Yeah, I
empty
think just,
out
like, at a basic.
at the end of the quest, then we can talk about the second question, which I also thought was really good. But how do you know what to bring? So I basically covered the bare minimum. This is like I just started out and I don't have anything. Everything else, there's going to be some things. It's going to be a little bit trial and error. It's going to be a little bit info gathering. When you're fighting new monsters, which you're going to be doing a lot because every monster is new right now, right? Pay attention to what people say. When you pick up the quest, when you read the description, people will say things like, watch out, this like dragon does poison, or things like that. And then you go, okay, sounds like I'll need antidotes. So pay attention to that. Or you could do what I do whenever I fight something that I'm not familiar with and Google it.
Can
there
I
is...
look at the quest
The
description
universal
again?
solution.
Yes, you should be able to. In fact, hold on.
Do I
If you
just go
hit
back to
plus... Actually, no. You don't have to do that. Hit start, hit plus. Hit your button bar to go to the
Oh, quest info?
quest info. There you go. And you can scroll through that. There's 3 pages of
Hey.
info.
Okay.
So real quick for this one, And it may, again, a lot of people in this game say a lot of things, so it's easy to miss. So just, if you're about to fight something new, just try to kind of pay attention to what people say.
Okay.
But I will have some resources you can look things up too, because it's always good to be prepared. However, I will tell you for this one, this monster can make you go to sleep. There is an item called energy drink that can help prevent that, but you may not have it yet.
Don't think I do. I'll do another scan.
Totally fine. Now, that's not a huge deal because we're here. And these Gathering Hub quests are a little more different than equivalent village quests. The village quest will be what will give you more, they'll give you more info about what to expect. So,
Okay.
that's why it's always good to do those. Because these are, since they're multiplayer, they're designed a little bit more around just like grab your shit and go, and it sort of assumes a little bit that you kind of already know what you're doing, right? Or that you have somebody here to help explain it.
Yeah. Are we gonna go over food?
Yes, we are. As soon as you're ready with the items. Okay. So, food. Right now, you're gonna have a huge selection because Trevor and I are in the lobby, and anytime you're in the lobby, you have access to everyone else's unlocked food. So that's a pretty big list. If you're playing by yourself, you won't have quite as many options.
Okay.
Yet. You go to eat a meal. Generally, I just pay with money because I can use points for other stuff. You can make a preset if there's a set you use all the time, and then you can make that your usual, and then you just go to order the usual. I usually don't because I like to pick individually per quest. Now, on the top left, when you're in the menu, you're going to see what's called the daily dongo. Between quests, that one changes every time. So it's limited. Everything else is always there. This one is random.
Ah.
Now, what you kind of have to do is read the descriptions, but generally, if you're starting out, you can never go wrong with medic and defender, the orange and green ones. Now I have like extra strong ones. Defender will randomly nullify when you take damage, like you'll get hit and it won't count. Medic
that's awesome.
will increase the amount of health you get back when you use healing items. So those are just some safe bets if you're ever not sure what to pick. Now at the bottom, there's a couple fun ones. There's Moxie, which you won't have yet normally, but since it's here, that can prevent fainting one time. So like if you're like about to die, you take like knockout damage, you just won't. It cancels it out one time, so that's useful. Gatherer can increase the number of like items you get when you gather. Oh, specifically for honey. Whoops. And there's other ones. I have all the resistance ones. So there's thunder resistance, fire resistance, ice resistance, dragon resistance.
I know. I don't see the ones that you're talking about.
All right, scroll down from the top. There's pages, so you can just keep going down.
Yeah. No, I see that. So I've got powerful flavors, determined flavors.
Okay, skip that. Actually, if you go to determined flavors, it's the top two on the left.
Oh, okay. Oh, see, I'm silly. I was looking actually for medic and whatever else you said.
Oh yeah, no, okay. I was reading the effects and not the names of the dongo.
No.
And then you can just pick some other random one. If you go to the main page and just go down to the bottom, that's where the fun ones are. Trevor, you had a question about those. I think you said, how do you decide what to pick? Generally...
Yeah, like...
Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, like, I think the defender and the medic one, that's like great advice. But like, yeah, is there like a reason that you would not pick those? You know what I mean?
Oh,
When's
Yeah,
it
that's
worth
a
it to
great
fix
question.
something?
Right.
When's it worth
Well-
it to fix something different? You know.
when's it worth it to pick something different? If you're out specifically to
Right.
gather, focusing on the gathering ones is probably better because you're not really fighting anything. Used to be you could eat for more attack, so I would often prioritize that. This game doesn't really have that. There's like really niche ones, like Bulker grants temporary attack boost when you use a certain gesture. Deflector helps your weapon retain sharpness if it bounces, so if you're fighting something that has a lot of armored things, that can be fun. Honestly, I'm really uncreative when it comes to these, so most of the time if I'm fighting something new, I pretty much always just do Defender and Medic and then something else. Or if I'm like doing a lower rank quest like these, I'll just do like the Gathering and Bird ones at the bottom, or like the whatever the daily one is, just to get some like extra stuff out of it. The Resistance ones, once you unlock those are really useful. We're not fighting anything that does that this time, so you don't have to worry about them. But like if we're fighting something that does fire resistance is great. So, and
Alright,
again,
I'm gonna port up.
let's go. Let's play the song. Last question you asked, Trevor, was how do you get rid of the song when it's stuck in your head? And the answer is obviously to sing it out loud. So let's hear it.
Or just think of Backstreet's Back, and then that will be stuck in your head for a week and a half.
All right.
Have you watched that video recently? Because it's kind of, I mean, it's so funny, but like the editing in it is horrendous, and I never noticed until.
I don't think I have.
It's worth a shot. I will also recommend, totally off topic, the podcast 60 Songs That Explain the 90s.
Amazing.
It's so good. They didn't do Backstreet's Back, but they did I Want It That Way. Mostly just talking about the like the satisfaction of nonsense words and like the mathematics of like, good pop songwriting. Like that song makes no sense if you think about the words, but like it's so satisfying, and you don't really think about how it doesn't make sense. It's just like, this is great.
It does make you wonder, like, how the hell did they write it and decide that it was like?
Well, that is a lot
work.
of the podcast is talking about the song. The guy who wrote, I can't remember his name right now, and I'm sorry, but talking about him, he wrote for all the pop people of like the 90s. And,
Yeah.
Okay.
And his methodology is very mathematical. All right.
Amazing.
What you see on the left is everybody else in your quest. You started the quest, so you have the 2 pages. We just have 1. When you see a check mark, that means the person is ready to go.
Oh. Hey. All
And
right.
you'll hear the little bell. And if they start doing this
so.
over and over, that's dropping a hit.
All right. We're going. Gosh.
Oh shit.
Did you forget to eat?
No,
No, I know you
just-
didn't forget to eat, but
I was ringing the bell and then the quest started because I was being stupid.
oh no, you have to jump in after. You can still
Yeah, I'll
join.
just jump in after.
Okay. All right. By the way, Trevor and I watched this really funny video that was like comparing old Monster Hunter games to new ones. One of the things you could not do until now was eat after you left the hunt. Like after you started the hunt. Now,
Oh.
and we'll just cover this, I brought it up because it's relevant. If you faint during the hunt or you forgot to eat, just run into here, this tent, and you can pick up items that you may have forgot to bring or restock items if you ran out. You can swap buddies or you can eat. Whereas before, basically, they played out a clip of like somebody joins. They're like playing on one of the ones on 3DS, and somebody joins, and he's like, "Guys, I forgot to eat," and everybody's just like, "Ah!" And they all like close their 3DSs, and they're like, "I didn't even want to play today anyway." They all just like get up and leave because like it can really mess you up.
All right.
All right, now
I'm
here.
currently too full to eat right now.
Right, yeah, you already
Very
ate.
good to know.
So Every time you faint, though, you're gonna lose it. So that's why
Okay, so it's
if
a
you
good idea
faint,
to come
then
back
run
and-
back in the. I mean, you'll if you faint, you'll restart here. The cats will drag you over, and then you run in there and eat again.
Okay.
Now the next thing is this supply box when you come out of the tent.
Yep. Going. Doing a nice
So the
final twist. Love that.
Oh, you're on it. Okay. The supply box has items that you can use. So, for example, those energy drinks I mentioned, you can take those. A lot of times
Is
in
it
these
shared
low rank
between
quests,
everybody, so should I only take one?
just take what you
of
need.
those
We're
things?
fine. We will be fine.
Yeah, I already
So
took one.
just-
You can take.
Yeah, you can take the
any of
rest.
Okay.
But they are shared, so it is good to keep that in mind. You can take all of these potions too. So anything with that little symbol next to it is a supply item. It will disappear at the end of the quest. So try to use those
okay.
first. You know, like use those what are they called? First aid meds before you use your own potions because they will be gone at the end of the quest. You don't keep them.
Okay. So I'm gonna remember how to do this. I'm gonna go here and scroll through
Yep.
and look.
And I think your radio menu automatically has first aid meds on it. And I think rations too, like the rations they give you. So you don't even have to. You can just use the radio menu. All right, step 2, starting a quest. Generally speaking, there's lots of little spirit burbs floating around in Monster Hunter Rise. And everybody's going to have their own little route they take to get to the monster. So it's you just sort of explore as you go and start finding where the ones you like are, and you just go in that direction to get to the monster, so you can pick up a few buffs along the way.
Okay.
The buffs are permanent for the quest, so you won't lose them when you faint. And basically, I don't know how much of the map you can see. Any part you haven't been to yet will be covered in like clouds, but you will see monsters.
See everything.
Okay. Do you see little monster icons like moving around slowly?
Yeah.
Are some of them question marks?
Yes. 2 are question marks and 1 is not.
So the question mark are ones you have not seen before. And the obviously if you can see one, that means you've seen it before. The one on the top left by the area 9 is the one we're fighting.
Okay.
So we're just gonna work our way over there. What you see here, pick this up. This is called Endemic Life. And it's also kind of like an item. It's a little critter that you can scroll over to in your item box and use. And they will have different effects. That one will create like a healing cloud that people can stand in and like get healed up.
Which one is that, Robbie?
The Escargot.
Oh, the Escargot, nice. Is there a place where you see the buffs?
Yes. Actually, great point. Let's
I was just gonna
cover
say, great question.
that. Okay.
I don't actually know.
So hold down minus. Actually, there's a bug up here. Kick the blizzard. Kick it. All right, hold down minus. You're going to open a map. Now, if you look at the categories, if you hit L and R, you can filter buffs, endemic life, gathering points.
Oh my gosh, that's so cool.
If you go to icon list selection, you can see other camps. And I think I'm trying to remember how to do it exactly. Give me 1 second, because there's a way to like look for specific things if you're looking for it.
What about if I want to see how much
gathering?
Like, can you see the effects that the permabuffs have had on you? Is that screen down there at the, like, right on the bottom right? On that spot.
Sorry, can you say that again?
Oh, like, if I want to know how much of the, you know, like, what have I gotten from the buffs? Oh, I think it's under hunting. Petalace 2. Says total received. Like, you can see where the buffs are, but, like, what ones have you gotten? You know what I mean?
Oh, I mean, you'll know. You can keep getting more until it says max.
Got it.
So no one buff is going to give you the full effect. You need to get more if you want to, like, max it out. So when you run through and it says max, that means you got all you get. The 4 types you can get are increased defense, increased offense, and then you can increase your stamina bar or increase your health bar. And depending on the pedal lace, right now you have like a general pedal lace, but you will unlock ones that prioritize and increase the maximum you can get from some and decrease from others. So right now I have the demon pedal lace, so I can increase my max attack further than the regular pedal lace can do it, but I can't increase defense as high. That's like the trade-off.
Nice.
All right, we got one more endemic life I want you to pick up, and then we're gonna go fight. So try to meet me over here.
Where'd you go, Robbie?
I like being able to slide. I'm just gonna say that. That's fun.
It's really
it is
fun.
super fun. Yeah.
Now, the interesting thing about endemic life, which is like unlike every other type of thing you can do in the game, it is also shared. So if one person picks it up, the other person can't. So don't pick it up, Trevor.
The fire beetle.
Yeah.
I shall not. I shall be a team player.
All right,
Ooh,
and then hop over here. Yep, pick that up.
The fire beetle.
Yeah. So there's 2 main types of like offense life. There's beetles and there's toads. Beetles you throw at enemies, and they do like blights basically. So that one will do fire blight. It'll set it on fire for a little bit, and it'll take damage over time. Just as an example, the toads are kind of like mines. They get placed on the ground, and then after a few seconds they blow up. So they're a little more powerful, but you have to time them. Whereas the beetles, you can just run up and throw it.
Okay.
All right, so I want you to select the beetle you just picked up.
Same thing, just through the radio menu.
It's not going to be on the radio menu. You have to do the scroll through with Y and A.
Okay, yeah. That's what I meant.
Okay.
I don't
So,
know the bingo yet.
Our quarry is right here.
Okay, fire beetle. Yay.
So we're going to charge it. I want you to run right up to it and then throw the beetle. As long as you're facing it, it'll throw straight forward. So just run as close as you can and then use the beetle.
Grab this bird. And then I will go.
All right,
Yay.
ready?
Right.
Set.
Where is it?
Let's go.
Okay.
This way. Trevor, you ready to bully the fuck out of this thing?
Ready.
All right. Right over here. Go, go, go.
Where?
Just right over here. Run straight up to it and throw.
Oh, that thing.
Oh, it's running away.
Oh, this like adorable raccoon thing?
No, this. Come.
No, that's Robbie's cat.
Wait. Oh no, that's your cat.
Please do not set my cat on fire. Thank you.
It looked
I
like
promise.
it looked like a
That
T-Rex,
would be
but it ran
terrible.
Oh,
away.
it just fucking ran away. All right, we're going to go this way.
Okay. All right. I feel.
All right, it's
a little
over
less
here.
Stupid, but not that much.
All right. This way.
Sometimes this game is like monster chasing, not monster hunting.
Well, once we fight, it's fine. It's just, it's doing its little route, and we're just sort of running around. I'm over here, guys. All right. You see, I'm looking right at it.
This big thing, purple thing.
Yeah, run over to it. Over
Okay,
here.
Okay.
Run straight up to it. And then hit Y. Get closer, go. Yes. All right.
Yay.
Let's get to work.
Hey, my large monster. Oh god. Large monster list was updated.
Nice. Okay. So, basically, X is going to unsheath, and then you're going to use combinations of X and A to do combinations of attacks. Well, I didn't want to do this so soon, but here we are. It's time to learn how to mount. Or Trevor's mounting this time. All right, you're getting the next one. All right, Trevor, you know what to do.
I was already attacking.
I was like, well, I wasn't ready to go over this yet anyway. I thought we would have some more time, but
Yeah, this is.
yeah, just focus on timing. Do keep in mind you have a big weapon and you can trip your friends. You won't damage them, but you can mess them up.
Okay.
So.
Oh, okay. I will try not to.
Launch.
Yay.
Oops.
All right. All right, you're on it.
Oh, that.
Okay. Hold down R to move. Hold down R to move. Hold down R to move. And then, yep.
Okay.
Now run up and face the other one. This way. Yeah. Now hit A to do an attack. Mainly, you have A and B attacks, so you mainly just want to use A attacks. And so you just turn around and face it again. And do it again. Yep, and eventually you're going to get something called a mounted punisher. When it gives you the prompt, just do it.
Okay.
If it's attacking you, you can hit B to dodge. Yeah, so that can help you.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Nice.
Hey, hey. Whoa.
All right. All right, so just start hitting again. Come back here. It's running away. All right, before we chase it, pick up all these cool shinies it dropped from beating it up. So the reason why you want to use those big A attacks as much as you can is because every time you use one, it drops more material.
Fuck yeah, okay.
And then it'll unlock the mounted punisher quickly, which is like the big attack. I'm gonna shortcut over here and get these spirit bugs. Whoop. All right. So you're gonna notice that next to your sharpness gauge. Oh my God, the other thing's here too. That's so annoying. Focus on the blue one.
Okay.
You're gonna notice next to your sharpness gauge, there's another sword-shaped gauge. You don't have to worry about it right now, but do note that it's there and like kind of pay attention to like what charges it up, because later on, for you specifically, that's gonna be useful because that's like your like the longsword's unique trait. But right now, just focus on timing your swings, figuring out like when you can get away with a swing and when you can't. And
Whoa.
if you are low on health, just wire bug away and heal up. Remember, you have to sheath your weapon to wire bug, which you should be able to do just by running. That was not far enough away, by the way.
Okay.
You want to actually like run up a cliff or something, because it could just decide it's going to turn and attack you while you're doing that.
Okay. All right.
Now you can walk. You cannot run, but you can walk and drink potions. So as long as you keep your eye on it, you can sort of like keep moving. But yeah, you just generally it's safer to just jump a little further away if you need to heal, just to be safe. Now the other thing you want to do is if you click your right stick, you're going to scroll through targets on the top right corner of your screen. Do you see the 3 monster symbols?
No, because I'm focusing on not getting them, but also getting.
I'm trying not to get
Ah! He water bladed me. Ah!
he do that.
Step on the mine. Yay! He stepped on the mine.
Ooh.
Well,
I think I hit you.
Trevor, I think you need another bombing.
Another bomb. Because I hit you? Sorry.
Yeah.
Mubby.
Now these ones that are on the smaller side, like this one, they are harder to fight with a group because it's really hard not to like run into each other.
I think you ran into my hammer, Robbie, not the other way around.
Hammers go to the head. We talked about this.
Okay.
What is this small little dog thing? Oops. Oh, sorry.
No.
What is the small little dog thing? It's Emma's dog.
No. That's
dog.
All right.
not you, dog.
Sharpen. Okay. Always
Okay,
sharpen.
wait. Okay, let's go for sharpening real quick. Whetstone, right?
Yep. Now you can do off the radial menu. It'll be the top selection. Now you can you really do not want to be in yellow ever because that will subtract damage from your normal. All right, so
Okay.
before we run over there, now take a look at the top right corner of your screen. You see the three monsters? Okay, click your right stick down, and you're gonna like scroll through them. The one you have selected, the camera will always snap to it when you're near it, which makes it really easy to keep track of it when it runs off camera, so you don't get like knocked from behind. Basically, every time you tap the right bumper, the camera will just snap over to it. So like if it's running around, you can just make sure your eyes are on it.
That's fantastic. Okay, thank you. That's awesome.
All right, let's talk about your wire bug attacks or your silk bind attacks. When we run up here, with your weapon drawn, you can still do the ZL attack, like wire bugs, but they're going to do attacks instead of jumps. Your X attack will always be some sort of jumping aerial attack, and your A attack will always be some type of ground attack.
Okay, I see that.
Yeah, so that one, I'm not sure what that does, but it does like it's like a shield you can attack from behind.
Oh.
And the jumping ones are usually pretty useful. Just like for me, I just mainly do it so I can jump on top of a monster when other people are hitting it and we're not getting in each other's way.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. I see that. It's like a jump and swing. Cool.
All right, let's go finish this thing off.
Oh,
It's almost
I don't
gone.
know where I'm going. Okay.
You can see it on the map, but I need to sharpen again. Also, I need to figure out why my keyboard is like flickering on and off. That is really aggravating. Okay, let's go. Oh, I need to eat some steaks.
Emma, do you know how to ride on your dog?
Yes.
Nice.
Thank
That
you.
was like-
yeah.
That was like the best thing about this game,
Oh my god.
that the other games didn't have the dog thing, or the dog buddy or whatever. And so like to get from one place to another,
You just
it's
had
so
to-
much faster when you have a dog.
I mean, to be fair, we can also shortcut the hell out of things now.
Oh, that's good.
Oof.
Ah, shit. Oh man.
Oh, geez.
Oh, fucking Lagambi showed up.
Jesus.
There's another one.
Oh,
I'm
Trevor,
already
take it
up
out. Just ram it out.
there. All right.
You'll probably finish it off. Oh,
Oh, I'm riding the.
get the Lagambi.
Come
So
on,
here's a
attack
question:
him.
if somebody is riding a monster, should you not attack it? Will that mess it up?
It's kind of a waste of time. The monster won't take much damage, and your time is usually better spent, like just sharpening or healing or taking care of other things.
Okay.
You know, and generally the way I do it is I always, like, as you can see, if the target monster is being ridden, my objective is to find another monster and make that one rideable instead, so I can use it to beat up the monster we're fighting.
Okay.
There's no, like, I don't know, there's not really a wrong way to do it, but that's just what makes the most sense to me.
Okay. Yay.
Yay!
Carve, 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 carve. Don't forget to carve. You get 3 carves every time.
And
So
that
make sure you
doesn't
get
mess up anybody else's stuff, right?
Nope.
You
Nope.
get 3 of your own. Okay.
Everybody
Oh,
gets
yeah.
their own.
Sweet.
And on more than one occasion, I have fainted, and then Robbie's killed the monster, and then, like, while I sprint feverishly,
We're like, oh my god.
in the 60
So
seconds
that's
that you get.
actually, ideally, that's when you want to capture. Most of the time, if I've killed it, it was by accident. Because if you capture, there's no carving, you get 1 less reward, but, like, everybody gets it automatically in your item rewards instead. So if there's a chance someone might not carve in time, it's just better to capture. And now we got a lot of cool stuff.
Look at all these rewards.
Wow. I'll understand this someday.
Okay, so there's, I think part of what you have to learn is what to pay attention to and what not to pay attention to. So unless you're looking for a specific item, like you're trying to craft an armor set and you need the specific thing, I don't even read what I get from
Yeah,
Okay.
I don't read it either.
from my quest rewards, unless something is like glittering clearly or something, and I'll be like, oh, what's that? But other than that, I don't read them. Just like hit take all and move on. You don't need to worry about it. So Trevor had a question about the item box. I think this is a good time for it. So after a quest, you want to run to the item box and empty out things you've picked up. If you picked up anything special, like certain berries or like extra potions, if you picked up additional herbs or things like that. The reason you want to do that is your item box, your item pouch can fill up. And then you can't pick up things, and you don't want to be stuck finding something cool or like not being able to carve a monster because your item pouch is full. So Trevor was asking, how do we know what to keep and what to sell?
Yeah, which
And
is a great question.
The easy answer to that is I just keep everything until I really need money.
The hoarding method.
I just
Like
like
it.
throw it in the item box and sort. That's all I do. There are certain items that you'll get either from quest rewards or from other things that are only good for selling. So that's my go-to if I really need money. And generally, just purely from that, I've managed to always have enough money. Those items are called eggs. There are steel eggs, silver eggs, and gold eggs. And they're money. But yeah, like you can save them. There's things later you can use them for melding and stuff, which you won't see until high rank, but you can make extra talismans and stuff for bonuses. And all of those parts can be used for that. So let's just keep everything. And then obviously you may decide you need an armor set later and then wish you had a part. So I just keep everything.
Okay.
And then it is time to go back, pick a new quest, grab any extra items if you hadn't yet, and eat and do it again.
Okay.
Before that, though, let's talk about armor.
Okay, good, because I don't have time to do that. Because I gotta go in like 6 minutes. Oops, that's not fun. Oh god, what am I doing? Where are we going?
To the steelworks.
To the steelworks. Yeah, this is really fun, and I'm feeling this is very helpful, and I'm starting to feel the switch flip. Where I'm like, oh, I think I might actually really like this game. So.
All right. Well.
We should
yeah, I mean, we can play during downtime too.
Oh, for sure.
You don't only have to play on stream. Okay, so this is your blacksmith.
Okay.
You're gonna have two options that you're gonna pay attention to for now: forge weapon and forge armor. We'll do armor first. If you go to armor, you want to go to forge armor, and you're gonna see a list of the armors that you have available. That means unlocked. It doesn't necessarily mean you can make it. You may not have all the parts.
Yeah, I see a lot of red.
Yeah. So, if you go to one of the armors, you're going to see 5 individual pieces that make up the full set. Do you see that?
I do, yeah.
Okay, so if you scroll through, you're going to notice on the right, the defense. Every piece has the exact same number in the same set. So, like, if the defense is 4, all the pieces are going to say 4. So it's just an easy way to reference, oh, this armor has defense like 4 or whatever, because
okay. I think that's
they're all the
what
same.
I'm wearing right now.
Yeah, I think you have Kimura armor on.
The Kimura, yeah.
That is defense 1. So the defense altogether will add up to 5 because you have 5 pieces.
Yeah, and I don't have... but I do have materials to make a lot of the Azuchi.
Okay.
And also the Bagi now.
Nice.
I was going to recommend the Izuchi as your first set.
Okay.
As you notice, it is defense 10 per piece. So it is a great starting set.
So much better.
Yeah. If you look on the far left, the little armor icon, it'll tell you all the skills. If you build the whole set, basically, all the skills you'll have. We will go into skills more next week. Or next time, we'll say. But basically... Actually, no, let's just cover it now, because... that way we can...
2 minutes.
When we play on our own, you don't have to go over it and then go over it again. So, each skill, you'll see it says a level whatever.
Yeah.
The grayed out part is like the max, how high you can level that skill up. Each skill is like a tier, so that skill gets more powerful the more pieces you have. If you go to individual pieces, you will see that is added up from pieces. So like the helmet, let's go to the Kimura armor, because you have that one, right? So the Kimura armor on here, if you go to the thing on the right, you can see all the skills it has, right? But if you go to each piece, and then you hit ZL or ZR to skim over, you'll notice that each piece has a level 1 skill. And then all those added up are what's there. Other sets might have level 2 of this, and then another one would have level 3 of it. And then if you go to the overall, that makes it level 5. Any piece of equipment adds to that total. You can also get talismans and stuff later that will buff it up even more. We will go into how to figure out what the skills do later. But just know that skills are good, and higher number is better. But skills are very specialized, so there may be some skills that you never, ever, ever end up using, because it's just not how you play. There might be some skills that you use all the time. But it's not, like, early on, that's not as important. And that Azuchi set is a great set to start on. When we
Does it matter which piece I make first?
It does not, but how many pieces? Well, let's see how many pieces you can make.
Well, I mean, does it count? It looks like I can, if I just scroll through, I can make everything except the pants.
Okay, but once you build something, you're going to use some of those parts, so you may not be able to build all the others, right?
I don't know if it was taking it all into account.
Right, it doesn't. So
Okay.
just what you can do. Actually, this is great. So build one of the pieces. This is a
All
great. Just choose not to equip for now. We can worry about that later. But build it. It'll ask if you want to equip, so you can just say no.
Okay.
And then see what.
I said
then,
yes, of course, because
okay.
you just said don't equip it.
Can you build another piece, or did that use up your stuff?
I can build one more piece.
Okay, build one more piece.
And don't equip it.
I mean, you can. One thing you should know is you get like a bit of a resistance bonus if you have up to 3 pieces from the same set. So usually, at least early on, until you want to get like really crazy with sets, just like I just stick to one set.
Okay. But because I have 3 of the first one and now 2 of the second one, do I still get?
You'll get a bit of a resistance bonus from the first one you had, yeah. Okay. Now, for the pieces you don't have, go to one of those. Yeah. You're going to hit Y to go to the sub menu. And then you're going to see something that says add to wish list. So do that for the pieces you don't have. What that's going to do is keep track of what you need for that piece. Every time you pick up something that goes towards it, it'll tell you you picked up this thing. And then when you have everything you need, it'll tell you you got everything you need.
That's awesome. Okay.
It's super helpful. So, like, one of the things we could maybe do this week is go hunt a couple of Zuchi and grab the rest of the parts.
And grab the rest of it. Okay. Yay! Cool. Done.
Yay!
Awesome. All right. This has been awesome. I'm really excited. I'm a little nervous to see all the messages. Emma, where are you? But that's fine. It's gonna be great.
Yeah. Well, that's what they get for not telling you that what time they wanted to go until like last night. So.
Yeah. Well, this morning, technically.
Oh.
All right. Do I just hang up on you like?
Yep.
Normal?
You can just hang up. I will actually shrink the. Bye.
Bye. Yeah.
This has been super fun. I hope we do it again.
Yeah.
And I learned something about wine today, so thank you.
Yay! Yay! Ask away. If I don't know the answer, which I probably won't, I do know people who will. So.
All right.
I'm gonna check out that podcast. Yeah.
Yes, it's so good. It's so good.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. Bye.